Hello guys, welcome back. Now we are going to deal with the question number 3. A bit this is a theory one. So they are asking about what are the important ledgers to be maintained under non-integrated accounting system in cost accounting. So important ledgers under non-integrated accounting system in cost accounting. So this is a theory question. Um, let's just formally see what they have given. So they have given some important ledgers to be maintained, which is a cost ledger, stores ledger, work in progress ledger, and finished goods ledger. They have given some description about this. You read it, you can understand it. Now let's proceed with this practical question number 3 only, but B bit, which is a practical one. Okay. The following particulars have been compiled in respect of three workers which are under consideration of the management. So this is a labor costing, guys. There are three labors, person 1, 2 and 3, and what are the hours they have actually worked and what are the hourly wages and all they have given. See, hours worked each one of the persons, see person 1, 2 and 3, and what are the basic wage rate, and these are the products X and Y, X, Y and Z. There are three products, but here see, X produces all the three products. These are the units that product X, 210 units, person 1 has produced 210 units of product X and 360 units of product Y, 460 units of product Z. But second person has only dealt with product Z only. There is no X and Y. Okay. And similarly, the third person has not done with the product Z but only done with product X and Y, 600 units of product X and 1350 units of product Y. Okay. And the standard time allowed per unit of each product. So per unit they have given how much time is allowed. For product X it is 15 minutes it seems, and for product Y it is 20 minutes, and for product Z it is 30 minutes. Okay. So for the purpose of piece rate, each minute is valued at 1 rupee. So this is important. For per unit, per minute, it is valued at 1 rupee, which means if you work 1 minute, I will pay you 1 rupee. Okay. So how many minutes they have worked? Basically time allowed for minute is, per unit, what is the time allowed? It is 15 minutes for product X and 20 minutes for product Y and 30 minutes for product Z. That means they are indirectly paying you 15 rupees for product X and 20 rupees for product Y and 30 rupees for product Z. This is per unit. Totally per unit they are paying 15, 20 and 30 rupees, right? So you are required to calculate the wages of each worker under guaranteed hour rate basis, piecework and under row 1 scheme. Okay. You need to calculate the premium bonus, along with you need to also do the earnings under row 1 scheme, piecework and guaranteed hourly basis. They have given you the time allowed and how many units they have produced individually, and what are the hours worked and basic wage rate they have given. All the information is right here. So they have given under what methods we have to do. Now that we have everything, we shall now go to the answer and see how they have computed. First thing he is asking about, just a minute. No. So first thing he is asking about guaranteed hourly rate basis. So just with the time actually he has worked and what are the basic wage rate per hour, we are just going to multiply that and we'll arrive at guaranteed hourly rate basis. Okay, this is very simple and basic one. So see, computation of wages of each worker under guaranteed hourly rate basis. So worker 1, 2 and 3. So what are the hours they have worked? Here it is. It's 380, 100 and 540. So 380, 100 and 540. What are the basic wage rate hours? This is not common for all the three, but 40 for worker 1, 50 for worker 2 and 60 for worker 3 they have given. So 380 hours he have worked. So into 40, 15,200 and 100 hours, 50 rupees per hour, 5,000 and 540 hours, 60 rupees per hour, 32,400. So these are the guaranteed hourly rate basis. According to that basis, these are the earnings for worker 1, 2 and 3. Simple, right? So now second one, he is asking about piecework earning basis but guaranteed at 75% of basic pay. Guaranteed hourly rate if his earnings are less than 50% of basic pay. What is this? So here he has given in the brackets that guaranteed hourly rate if his earnings are less than 50% of basic pay. If this is a condition, if his earnings are 50% of basic pay. First of all, we are going to calculate what are his earnings according to this method, piecework earning basis. According to this method, we will calculate his earnings and see whether they are above 50% of his basic pay or below 50% of basic pay. If his earnings are 50% of basic pay, then these are guaranteed at 75% of basic pay. Because if it is less than 50% of basic pay, why are they going to work? So basic pay is, for example, 100 rupees, and if they are going to get less than 50, then they says guaranteed at 75% of basic pay. Otherwise, what are the earnings they get itself, that only the total earnings of them. Okay, so first of all, we are going to calculate the earnings actually by this method and see whether it is less than the 50% of its basic pay. Okay, so now let's see here. If you don't understand, we'll do here so that you can understand better. So computation of wages of each worker under piecework earning basis. Okay, so piecework means for piecework, which is nothing but by units. According to the units they will give the amount, but not according to the, I mean, like hourly basis they won't give. How many units you have produced, for that only I'm going to pay. So what is the unit price, guys? I already explained you. Per minute they are going to give you 1 rupees, it seems. So 1 unit of X they are going to pay 15 rupees, 1 unit of Y they are going to pay 1. Okay, so 1 rupee per minute, right? So for Y they are going to pay 20 rupees, and for Z they are going to pay 30 rupees per unit, right? Yes. So here product X, Y and Z, three products are there. So for each unit of X they are going to pay 15 rupees, and for each unit of Y they are going to pay 20 rupees, and for each unit of Z they are going to pay 30 rupees. And you know how? Because according to the minutes these came up, and for minute they are going to pay 1 rupee. That's why 15, 20, 30. Okay, nothing mystery and all. Next, worker 1, 2, 3, these are there. So 3 workers are there, and how many units they have produced, guys? In the question only they have given 210, 360 and 460. These number of units are produced only by worker 1. All the 3 products he have produced: 210 units of product X, 360 units of product Y and 460 units of product Z he has produced. So per unit 15 rupees they'll give you. So 3150 and 7,200 and 30,800 he is going to earn. So total comes to 24,150. And worker number 2 has produced only Z. So only Z, for the only product Z he is going to get the money. For product Z, what is the unit price they are going to pay? Only 30 rupees. 30 rupees per unit they are going to pay, and he produced 250 units. So 75,000 he is going to earn. So total 75,000, no X and Y, right? And finally the worker number 3. So worker number 3 has produced only product X and Y and not Z, right? So he is going to get money for only X and Y. So he has produced 600 units of X and 500 units of Y. 600 into 15 and 1350 into 20. So 9,000 and 27,000 he is going to get 36,000. So these are the earnings 24,150, 7,500 and 36,000 are the total earnings of person worker 1, 2 and 3. So now after getting these earnings, what are we going to check? What did he say? Earnings are less than 50% of basic pay. That condition we have to see. So what is the basic pay of worker 1 here? These are the guaranteed hourly rate, no? So these are the basic pay. So what is the basic pay of worker 1? 15,200, right? So is this earning so less than 15,200? No. So here this 24,150 is obviously greater than the basic pay. So we can take directly this 24,150 as his earnings. Now let's come to worker number 2. For worker number 2, what are the earnings under piece rate? It's 7,500. Is this more than or less than his basic pay? Here basic pay is 5,000. So 5,000, his his earnings are obviously greater than his basic pay. So we can directly take this 7,500 as his earnings itself. Now let's come to worker number 3. For worker number 3, what are his earnings? 36,000. And what is his basic pay? 32,400 only. So his earnings are more than his basic pay. No, he only said if the basic pay, if the earnings are less than 50% of basic pay only, then guaranteed at 75% of basic pay. That is the condition. But every earning, like worker number 1, 2, 3, all the 3 workers earnings are more than his basic pay. Not even, he's saying if it is less than 50% of basic pay, not less than basic pay, 50% of basic pay. But for all the 3 workers earnings are greater than basic pay only. So see, he says that only since each worker earnings are more than 50% of basic pay, so worker number 1, 2, 3 will be paid the wages as computed. See, 24,150 he'll get paid, and 7,500 and 36,000 only they'll get paid, because all the 3 are having the earnings greater than their basic pay, right? So under piece rate also it's over. Now lastly, under Rowan scheme, Rowan scheme, what is the formula? Here it is. Tell me the formula of actually under any method, the guaranteed pay is time allowed. Time taken into wage rate only for every method. Obviously, right? So what is the time taken, and what is the wage rate per hour only they'll pay. But for every method there will be unique bonus formula for every method. For Rowan, this is the bonus formula. Okay, extra bonus they will pay under Rowan scheme. So how they will calculate bonus under Rowan scheme, ma'am? Here is the formula. Okay, so time taken by time allowed into time saved into wage rate. So this wage rate is common. This you have to remember. Time allowed by time taken by time allowed into time saved. So you will get the proportion. Okay, so into wage rate per hour. Okay, so this is the bonus part, and along with this you are going to obviously get the basic earnings, right? Okay, now to get this we need to come up with time taken, and what are the time allowed in hours, and how the time is saved, and for every worker how many hours are saved, we have to calculate, no? So for that purpose you have to look into this table, where, see here actual hours worked are given as 380, 100 and 540. But what is the time allowed here? For time allowed per unit it is 15, 20 and 30 for all the 3 products X, Y and Z. How much they produced for X and Y, accordingly will calculate how much time is allowed. Okay, let's see the table, you'll get more clarity. Okay, here, see, worker number 1, first we'll do this worker number 1. He has produced all the 3 products, right? Product X, Y and Z. So how many units of product X he has produced? 210 units. Per unit, how much you are going to pay? 15 minutes per minute 1 rupee, you remember, right? So 15 rupees per unit, so 210 units into 15, 3150 he is going to get. And again for product Y, 360 units he has produced, 20 rupees per unit, so 7200 he is going to get. 4060 units, I mean sorry, 460 units of product Z he has produced and 30 rupees per unit. I'm not going to again say why this 20 and 30 came up, right? Okay, so 460 units and 30 rupees, so 13,800. So these are the, sorry, this is not rupees guys, I'm really sorry. So this is not rupees, these are in minutes, because we are now going to calculate the total number of hours allowed, right? So 210 units, for each unit 15 minutes is allowed, 20 minutes and 30 minutes are allowed. So in total, we are going to get 3150, 7200 and 13,800. Total comes to 24,150 minutes. But we are going to calculate that in hours, right? So divided by 60. So 402.5 hours. This is the time allowed. Okay. This is the time allowed. And how much he took? 380 hours he took. So accordingly, we'll calculate the time saved. For now, just we are going to calculate only the time allowed. Okay. Time allowed. So for worker number 2 has not produced product X and not produced product Y. He only produced product Z, right? Here. Okay. So how many units of product Z he has produced? 250 units of product Z he has produced and 30 minutes are allowed. So 7,500 minutes are given to him, but we need it in hours. So divided by 60. So 125 hours is allowed for worker number 2. Now worker number Z has produced product X and Y and not product Z. So product X 600 units he has produced. For per unit he is given 15 minutes, 9,000 minutes, and the same for product Y, 13,000, 1350 units he has produced. Per unit 20 minutes are allowed, 27,000 minutes. So 9,000 plus 27,000, 36,000 minutes are allowed. We need it in hours, so divided by 60, 600 hours are allowed for worker number 3. So all the time allowed is given, no? Now let's look into this table. This is really important. Okay, computation of wages under premium bonus basis, where each worker receives bonus under row 1 scheme, guys. So you already saw the formula, no? Time taken by time allowed into time saved into wage rate. So time taken, you know, that 380, 100 and 540, right? Here it is. These are the time taken. Actual hours worked is nothing but time taken, no? So time allowed we just now calculated, and if we subtract the time allowed minus time taken, we get the time saved, isn't it? So yeah, everything we needed are there with us. So now let's proceed. So for worker number 1, what is the time allowed? 402.5. How, ma'am? You have calculated, no? Here, 402.5. That is the time allowed. And for worker number 2, here one for worker number 1, 402.5. And for worker number 2, 125. Here it is. And okay. And oh, just a minute. Okay. For worker number 2, 125. And for worker number 3, 600. Okay. This is the time allowed, guys. Okay. Now, what is the time taken by them? 380, 100 and 540, right? So what is the time saved? 402.5 minus 380, you get 22.5, and 125 minus 100, it is 25, and 600 minus 540, it is 60. This is the time saved. And what is the wage rate? 40, 50 and 60 they have given in the question itself. Okay. Now we are going to add the normal basic earnings plus bonus. That is what Robin know. This I already told you, this is the bonus part only, but they are also going to pay the basic pay along with the bonus. For bonus part under row 1 you have to see this, but basically they'll pay guaranteed hourly basis, no? So what is the guaranteed hourly basis? 380 hours they have worked. What is the basic pay? 40 rupees per hour. So it comes to 15,200. And the same with worker number 2 and 3, they are going to pay 5,000 and 32,400. This we have saw in the bit number 1, guaranteed hourly basis. We have seen, no, 15,200, 5,000 and 30,000, 32,400. That only. Along with this they will pay bonus part also. Here is the bonus part. See. So how they are going to calculate this bonus part. Now let's see. I already told you this is the bonus part formula. Okay, so we have time taken, time allowed, and time saved. We also know the wage rate. Then we are ready to calculate the bonus part. No, so what is the time taken? 3 see, for worker number 1, that the time taken is 380 hours. And what is the time allowed? 402.5. Here it is. Okay, and what is the time saved? 22.5 from here. And what is the wage rate? 40 rupees. Now if we calculate, here comes to 850. Okay, now for worker number 2 also same. What is the time taken? 100. And time allowed 125. Time saved 25. Wage rate 50. If we insert in this formula the whole thing, we get 1000 rupees as his bonus earnings. And same for worker number 3 also. 540 divided by 600 into 60 into 60. Here comes 3240. How time taken by, yeah, time taken by time allowed into time saved into wage rate. Here comes to 3240. Along with this 32,400, along with basic pay, they are going to get this bonus part, right? So yeah, so just a minute. Yeah, if we add this bonus part and basic part, you will get total earnings as 16,050 and 6,000 and 35,640. These are the total earnings as he have asked. Under premium bonus method, under row 1 scheme, it's over. Under piece method, we have done, and guaranteed hourly rate basis also we have done. So we have done with the question, guys. I hope you understood, and let me know in the comment section. Thank you, guys.